the role of families in inclusive education. Purpose of the study. First, attitudes parents towards inclusive education, and if attitude of parents of children with and without disabilities differ. Second, related variables that might have influenced their attitude towards inclusion. And third, this review study was an attempt in this direction. Introduction. Why is parental inclusion is important? Because legislative requirements, parents are the primary educators, Barnados 2006, and primary caregivers per UN Convention on the Right of the Child, Children's Right Alliance 2010. Therefore, inclusion of parents meet legislative requirements. Inclusion provides greater support for the child beyond the preschool setting by helping to create a home environment that encourages learning. Olsen and Fowler 2010. And it creates consistency between home and school. And lastly, engagement with parents creates two-way in communication, making use of parents' knowledge of the child and the school's knowledge of latest child's development theory. Inclusive education. According to Michael Gianherco, inclusive education is a set of values, principles, and practices that seek more effective and meaningful education for all students, regardless of whether they have exceptionality level or not. Parents and inclusion. Parents are delegated the responsibility to act in the best interest of their children. It has been observed globally that inclusive education was initiated by the parental movement of children with disabilities. Parents hope and expect that physical integration, being there, will lead to social and academic participation of their child in their peer group. Skip Stra, Nakin, and Vigil 1999. The importance of parent involvement. What is parent involvement? Parent involvement is defined as being aware of and involved in school work, understanding the relationship between parent skills and student success in schooling, and a commitment to consistent communication with educators about student progress. What is parent involvement? Parent involvement is important to the educational success of a young adolescent and yet generally decline when a child enters the middle grades. The term of parents refers to biological parents, adoptive and step parents, and primary caregivers, example grandmother, aunt, brother. Recommendation for increasing parents' involvement. Conduct a needs assessment, identifying what the concern and issues are surrounding parents' involvement in the education of their children. Develop in collaboration with parents. Shared goals and missions concerning young adolescents' learning and development. What do parents do best? Parents, better than anyone else, teach their children the essential for success in life: self-worth, self-respect, self-discipline, worth ethic, manners, motivation, character traits, and love. Working together. If we want the very best, most productive education for children today, we need to combine what parents do best and what schools do best. Providing learning resources at home. Parents don't need a lot of expensive equipment, but children needs a quiet place to study. Children also need few basic reference books, a dictionary, an atlas, and an almanac will make study time easier and more productive. The research say teachers who create partnership with parents are more likely to report that all parents can help their children. These teachers are less likely to stereotype single parents, poor parents, or those with less education as unable to help. The impact of parental involvement on children education. Parental involvement and education builds a support network for their children. But a child will with special needs in a particular benefits from parents' advocacy at school. You have the power to push for the appropriate services and environment to allow your child to thrive. Knowing how to get involved in the special education process gives you a sense of purpose in supporting your child's future. Decision making. First, monitor out of school activities. Second, model the value of learning, self discipline, and hard work. And third, express high but realistic expectation for achievement. Fourth, encourage children's development and progress in school. And last, encourage reading, writing, and discussion among family members. Decision making. Parents must make a project for the improvement of school classrooms with the agreement of the direction of the institution. Parents who decide to make the anniversary of the school, Teachers' Day, Children's Day, and Christmas, and so on. The parents must have a good relationship with the teachers and the students. For this, the students are more motivated. Always the parents to participate in the meetings that the teachers takes according school's need. Decision making strategies. Reading together at home. Establish a Dell family routine which allows for reading and studying. Talk with your children about the value of education and self-discipline. Encourage your children to succeed in school and support their efforts. Ask teacher how you can help your children. The parents must to draw something and to put the names. Watch educational program to cater your children. And establish some games can be to fill the crossword, tongue twister, and spelling some words and so on. This is help all families establish home environments to support children and students. Extra touches means a lot. Serve refreshment. Remember that some parents may be uncomfortable reading or writing in public. Have plenty of handouts. Start and end on time respecting parents, child care arrangement, and family commitment. Try a home visit. Don't surprise parents. Let them know that you are coming. Send a postcard to remind them. Be on time. Focus on the student. Give parents information they can use. Thank parents for allowing you to visit. Thank you.
I think my mom is